welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about how I told my mom I was pregnant. Make sure you go check out my last video, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get started. So for those of you that seen the first vlog, you know that I was extremely nervous about informing my family that I was pregnant. Number one, I was extremely nervous because I was only 21 at the time. And again, it was nothing that I was expecting, and I knew it was something that they weren't expecting from me either. I'm also an older sister, so I don't know. I'm not sure. I was just extremely nervous, and I personally just hold myself to a very high statute of how I want to do things and how I seen this coming about. Yes, I do live on my own. Yes, we're both working. So those things weren't like a problem. But to me, it was still like, this is too soon. This is too early. Like, I don't know. I kind of felt 16 in a way. For those of you who've seen 16 and Pregnant, you kind of understand what I'm saying and where the nervousness will come in. But anyone who also knows that me and my mom have an extremely close relationship. So I was very, very nervous about telling her in particularly. My dad, I was extremely nervous about that as well. But my mom, I was like, oh. So I talked to my boyfriend about it, and I was like, look, we have to do something out of the box. I can't just call her on the phone and say, yeah, guys, I'm pregnant. So again, referring back to the last video, my parents were aware that I was sick and I wasn't feeling good. My mom is also a CNA. So when I told her I wasn't feeling well, she immediately, went to giving me different things to do, telling me to drink hot teas and orange juices and, take it easy and stuff like that. But she was extremely concerned because I'm not someone who gets sick. When I do get sick, it's usually around the same time of year, and unfortunately, it's always around Mother's Day. So for me to have made it past that time, and now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I'm sick, I can hear the concern in her voice. So I knew I had to tell her something, but I also knew that I wasn't telling her that. So I immediately got on Amazon and was like, I have to find something. I have to find something quick because I'm not going to be able to hold this because my morning sickness was so bad. Literally every single day I was throwing up. Water, juice, crackers, bread, all the stuff they tell you to take, nothing worked for me. So I'm like, okay, I have to come up with a very clever idea, get it here quickly so I can hurry up and tell her, and also make sure that I included his mother at the same time, because I'm like, well, I don't want to go completely overboard for my mom and then you just tell your mom and she feels left out. I always try to be fair in that way. So I found this very cute mug on Amazon, which I'm going to insert a picture of. So when I seen the mug, I absolutely fell in love because my mom already has my dog Cleopatra at her house because I'm also in the middle of a move right now. So I was like, perfect. The cup says promoted from dog grandma to human grandma. And my mom loves to drink teas. So I'm like, this is something that she will use repeatedly. And it's going to take her a minute to read it for it to click. For her to really see what I'm saying. So just to backtrack a little bit, I wind up telling them that the people at the hospital told me that I had a stomach bug and that I had to stay up on my fluids and take it easy. This was my excuse to buy me some time until her gift came in via Amazon Prime, which it took a week. So for a week, I had to keep coming up with things of this terrible, terrible stomach bug that I had and why I was continuing to throw up. But also, in the midst of me finding out that I'm pregnant, we're also in the month of September, which is my birthday month. So I also just found out 3 weeks before my birthday that I'm pregnant. So I wind up going out to my best friend's house who lives in Orlando, and she wind up doing my hair for me for my birthday, which also helped me buy a little bit of time while waiting for my mom's package to come in, and also for me to get my nerves and my thoughts together about how in the world I'm going to tell my family, because not only am I extremely close with my mom, I'm extremely close with everybody else in my family too. So I got my mom and his mom the mugs, and I got my family members scratch offs. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be super fun, super cute, and everyone should be able to enjoy it. And it's going to take everyone a little bit of a minute, but without me having to say. So the big day arrived, and I'm on my way back. It's a Sunday. I'm on my way back from Orlando. The packages came in, and my boyfriend's like, I can't hold it in anymore. We need to tell them. So I'm like, you want to tell them today? And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay. So he was already over at his mom's house, and he decided to just go ahead and give her mug and stuff while I wasn't there. So his mom got her gift, and they had their exchange. Now for me, I had to wait, and on my way coming back from Orlando, we stopped at my mom's house in Zephyr Hills. I was trying to get all of this done in one whop, but my dad wasn't at my mom's house. He was actually in Tampa. So I was like, great. I have to keep telling this story over and over again. So we get to my mom's house, and she's getting ready to go to work because at the time she works the night shift. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm on my way home from Orlando. I'm just going to stop in really quick before you have to go off to work. I got you a gift. So she was like, oh, okay. So she's excited about her gift or whatever. So we get there, we get to the house, and she's getting prepared and stuff for work. And I'm like, come in the kitchen. Here, I have a gift for you. So I give her the box, and she takes it out of the box, and she reads it, and she's like, and her mouth drops, and then she starts boo-hoo crying. And I'm like, oh my goodness. She's like, she's so happy. And I'm like, Lord, I'm so relieved that she's happy. Not because I thought that she wasn't going to be happy. For me, like I said, I still felt like we were teenagers again. Most people don't know that I've known my boyfriend since I was in middle school. We began dating his senior year of high school. So we've been in each other's lives consecutively for 10 years, and we've been dating consecutively for 5 years now. So I didn't think, that part would be an issue. It was just like, how soon? And at least to me, it felt like, how soon? But was I surprised by everyone's reactions? Because I got finalies, and oh my gosh, and I'm like, what? What do you guys mean, finally? So she opens the box, she does the double take, she's crying, and then she stops and she goes, is this a prank? Are you guys pranking me? This is not a good prank. I have to go to work still. Like, wait a minute. So now she's like, wait, I need to call my job. I'm not going to be able to make it to work. This is too much. Are you guys serious? Like, seriously? So then once we tell her, like, yeah, we're serious. And I tell her the day that I went to the doctor and I went to the hospital, they actually told me that day that I was pregnant. And she was like, I knew it. You kept talking about some stomach bug. I knew you ain't having no stomach bug. My kids don't get sick. And I'm like, I had to think of something quick, okay? So it turned out that she was super excited. She looks forward to being a Duchess or a Yaya. She goes back and forth between her names of what she's going to be. But as the day continued to go on, we wind up telling everybody the same day. She calls my dad on the phone because he's not in town for me to be able to tell him then. So now I'm really scared, and I'm really like, oh my God, because I am a daddy's girl. So I'm like, I don't know how he's going to respond. So I wound up telling my dad over the phone, and he was like, really? Well, congratulations. And I just broke down, boo-hoo crying, because I don't know, I felt like I was going to get a spanking or something. I didn't know what his reaction was going to be. So from there, I left my mom's house and I went over to my Nana's house, and I gave her the scratch off, and she scratched off the certificate, and she was so excited. Left my Nana's house. I went to my Mima's house, which is my mom's mom. I gave her a scratch off also. She was super duper excited, which I have a short video of her and my uncle's reaction, which I'm going to insert in the video as well.
Yes, because you're old enough. That's why I say finally. Because you're old enough.
What it say, Mama?
Yeah, you're going to
read this. Read that.
Make sure you read the fine print.
Let's see, triple your luck. Find 3 matching symbols and you win
I did the same thing. You see the 3 things in a row?
What it say, bruh?
I ain't having no baby.
My older cousin, she came over to my mom's house. I gave her a scratch off there at my mom's house. She was stunned. Like, it took her and my mom a minute for it to like really register to them, so it like kept going over and over again, like, wait, you really said this? Like, you're really saying that you're pregnant? So overall, it turned out to be an extremely joyous experience. Me, it was kind of like I didn't know what I was so nervous for, because everybody was so happy and so supportive. I couldn't ask for. Overall, it turned out to be an extremely good night. A lot of joyful tears were shed. A lot of words of encouragement were given. I don't know. I'm not sure why I was just so nervous and anxious about it, because I was most definitely trying to avoid going. I was like, let's just go another day. But I'm glad I did. And also, you know, the fact that my family gets along with him and has pretty much brought him in as their own made it, you know, a lot easier. But at first, I was still very much on edge. Everybody's super duper excited and can't wait for the baby to get here. I know I can't wait to find out what I'm having. So Christmas Eve, or the day after Christmas, needs to hurry up and get here so I can know what my cheeky is. But that is the story of how I told my family that I was pregnant. I couldn't be more blessed with supportive people around me, wise, strong-minded women around me. And even though I'm the first in my family to be going the birth center route, I have a lot of support in what it is that I'm doing, and encouragement in what it is that I'm doing. And I'm just super excited for the new edition. Don't forget to tune in to the next video. Comment, like, and subscribe down below. Give me some ideas of what you guys will want to see from the pregnancy and going forward. Until next time with SJ.